We want to put new faces in DC home places. So from east of the river to west of the park, from Chinatown to Midtown, downtown to uptown, from Martin Luther King Jr. Ave Southeast to Mass Ave Northwest, from Anacostia to American University Park, from Waterfront to Woodley Park, from Capitol Hill to Chevy Chase, from Petworth to Palisades, from Brookland to Burleith, from Penn Quarter to Columbia Heights and U Street. And which neighborhood did I not touch on? But you name the place, we have interests at stake, and we are committed to put more new faces into DC home places for 2010. Now, how are we going to do this? Well, there are 5 primary emphasis areas certainly on my agenda, and with the support of the board and with the support of the members, we will achieve those. The first is public policy, grassroots advocacy for personal property rights and home ownership. Most people recognize real estate with the slogan, location, location, location. Ours for 2010 is home ownership, home ownership, home ownership. We want increased home ownership, affordable home ownership, and sustainable home ownership. We want to be proactive in identifying issues on the forefront and development of action plans. We want to be ahead of the issues, not behind reacting to them. Call to action alerts. Realtors, respond. We need your support. Contributions to support public policy efforts. Realtors, give. We need your support. And I have it here with me, but there's a WDCAR new newsletter. I thank Nathan for being the impetus behind that, that talks about we were able to exceed our public policy collection goals for 2009. We're going to exceed them again for 2010. Our value in the city is real. What we do for a living, create homeowners, interrelates and impacts on other services, industries, and occupations. Now, just consider this. Each house we sell may mean a job created. Homeownership stimulates home improvements, shopping, and even eating. There are home inspectors, appraisers, painters, drywall hangers, masons, interior designers, appliance manufacturers, and more put to work by the work that we do. Conversely, a house that lingers on the market likely means jobs lost, businesses closed, housing short sales, and foreclosures. So that's just for starters. And when you think about the income deprivation, which begins a vicious cycle of adverse impact on both individuals and the community quality of life. So a strong housing market contributes to a better quality of life for those we serve and means fiscally, educationally, socially, and economically a strong city. So we are going to reestablish our WDCAR Public Policy Committee for 2010. We're going to call it. We're going to have a transitional committee that will work in conjunction with the GCAR, DC / Montgomery County Public Policy Committee. But we truly believe that we need to have a standalone DC specific to address the issues that are peculiar to us. We're going to initiate a public policy series of speakers, which we've actually already started. And again, we thank Council Chair Gray for actually being one of the most recent speakers and sharing his insights regarding what the council is doing here in the city. It's always good to hear it directly from the source. So we're planning on doing more of that for 2010. We will continue our push for more affordable housing initiatives and programs. And I was speaking yesterday with Kim Henderson, who is the director of the DC Housing Purchase Assistance Program, or better known as HPAP to many of us, just to see where they are for the year. Kim said they're going to close 450 HPAP loans by year end. Now that's a significant number. That means 450 low to moderate income new DC homeowners. And that gets at new faces in DC home places. Wow. So I'm pleased with that. And many of you know how committed I am to working with low to moderate income buyers and just helping them achieve home ownership. The HPAP program has been invaluable to helping bridge the gap and helping them to jump the hurdles of affordability to home ownership. WDCAR has gone to bat many times in support of HPAP and housing affordability. So I want to recognize two of my clients that are here who don't know that I'm going to mention their names, but who benefited from the HPAP funding program. And that is Robert Gregg and Sherry Hopper. So raise your hand so they can see who you are, homeowners. And thank you for being here. Our second primary emphasis area will be relationships and alliances. And again, those that know me know how big I am in terms of my emphasis on outreach. Outreach to our realtor community, to the industry around us, to the media, and to the consumers that we serve in the various communities. And we want to just build and nurture those relationships. It is so important that we are visible, more visible, as I mentioned, at local, state, and national level. And that people recognize DC as a state, even though we don't have the right to vote. We may not get that done in 2010, but we're going to keep working at it. We do plan on having a grand reopening celebration of the WDCAR office in commemoration of our 5th year anniversary in the NAR building, which is at 500 New Jersey Avenue Northwest. So stay tuned for more details on that. Our third primary emphasis area is expanded community outreach and involvement. We would like to promote more workforce housing initiatives, projects, and incentives. And we have the opportunity to receive from the National Association of Realtors an IRA Gribbon grant, which would provide funding for our partnering with a group within the city to, again, to foster and move forward housing availability. So we do have something in mind there, so stay tuned for more on that. We also think it's important to exemplify the realtor entrepreneurship and service in this community, and we'll do that through more focus through the media and more PR work so that we can show realtors at work in the neighborhoods and communities where they live and where they serve. Because so many are involved right now with activities such as working with our at-risk youth, with sheltering and feeding the homeless, with cultivating higher education interest and incentives, promoting financial literacy, rehabbing dilapidated housing, and cleaning up streets, parks, and recreational areas. So we think by giving more focus and attention to this, that we'll get even greater membership participation and volunteers, I should say, out in the communities and giving back to the consumers and those neighborhoods. Fourth, entrepreneurial excellence and value in business and service. We want to focus on realtor value, education and professional development, and business development. And we want to be an integral provider, as I mentioned earlier, of members' business and professional solutions, a provider of services and facilitate the day-to-day business. And we plan on trying to put together an entrepreneurial excellence series beyond CE, which is continuing education, and really do some classes and seminars that hit at the day-to-day business. Strategies for working in a tough economy, starting up a business. All those things are so important to being in business, being a small business owner. So more to come on that. Those of you that know me also know that I am a big recruiter. Right, Tommy? And so I, again, will appoint each one of the 2010 board members and the 2,300 plus members of WDCAR as recruiting ambassadors. What that means is, again, I want to charge each of you to get out and bring one back to the association. We need all the support that we can get, and we encourage you to do that. Fifth, and finally, is our strategic planning. We will undertake an initiative to develop a future roadmap for the association, guided by a first major strategic plan, and we'll look at how best to position the association moving forward. So we're excited about that as well. These are only a few, although they may seem like a lot, actions that we plan on taking in the coming year. And we will do even more with you, again, your support and your involvement and your suggestions. And just remember that we are your association. Tell us how we can better serve the members. So if you're going to come with an issue, come with a solution too. The bottom line, at the end of the day, it's all about WDCAR membership and how we can best equip ourselves to serve ethically, professionally, and excellently the residents of the District of Columbia through coordinating and cooperating with the DC Mayor and staff, the DC Council, the DC Real Estate Commission. And I also want to congratulate Tony Duncanson on his appointment, I understand, as the chair of the commission. We want to work with the ANCs and other relationship blocks inside and outside the metro area. So we thank you all for joining us this evening. Please enjoy the cocktails, the food, the music, and the great company. Happy holidays to you all. And if there's no further business, hearing none, the meeting is adjourned. Thank you.